Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we move back to K1 action for you now. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, from the Nosey Academy, Pianska for Costi, Macamu. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of Tsunami, Cambridge, give it up for Sebastian, Explosive Thrun!
What's going on here? It seems like Sebastian explosive Thrun
Run it again, DJ.
in his tongue, which they're going to have to try and remove. Obviously, he can't fight with a tongue piercing, lest he get punched in the face in the wrong angle and split his tongue in half.
Yeah, I mean, it can also get dislodged and get kind of stuck in the throat and cause breathing problems and damage to the throat there. It's a good spot by the referees here, high-level, top referees, Movaheady. Known throughout the world, you know, he's done a lot of big shows, UFC to name the biggest one, and he's in charge of a lot of the refereeing and official business at the top UK shows and Europe.
It seems like we've now got the expert in to see if she can get the tongue piercing out. I've never seen this, Dean. In all my years of covering fight sports, I've never seen a fighter have a tongue piercing removed before he gets into the cage. Have you?
Yeah, I mean, usually you remember to take piercings out, like, but maybe he just got caught up in the action and left it in. I've seen instances of people taking nipple rings out and the such like, but nonetheless, he's got it out now. But that's a good spot by the referees. I mean, safety is paramount here at Contenders, and that was almost certainly could have turned in the wrong direction here. But nonetheless, they get their ways into the cage. I mean, they're 92 kilos as well. This one's going to be very exciting. We could see another knockout here.
Absolutely. We only have to look at the nickname, Sebastian Explosive Thrun. And as you say, he's a big boy in the cage. Costi Macamu fighting out of the Knowlesy Academy. Just made waves with Jonathan Haggerty winning the world title most unexpectedly in the One Championship. So very, very good gym. And I would suggest maybe you don't blink, because I think this fight could be one that maybe doesn't last very long. These are big boys, and when they land, they do damage. So hopefully everything now seems to be in order. Dan Movaheady making the final checks. No other piercings, hopefully. And then Sebastian Thrun can get into the cage, and we can get on with the action here at Contenders 26. Yes, here we go. Over to MC Tom Vince for the introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner from Knowlesy Academy. Be hands together for Costi, Macamu. And his opponent standing across the cage in the blue corner from Tsunami Cambridge. Give it up for Sebastian, Explosive Thrun. This K1 contest to be fought over 3 2-minute rounds. Your referee in charge of the action, Mr. Lee Forlon.
Here we go then, K1 action, 3 2-minute rounds. Sebastian Thrun just had his tongue piercing removed in the blue corner, fighting out Tsunami Cambridge in the white and blue shorts. His opponent Costi Macamu fighting out Knowlesy Academy in the red corner with the green shorts and the green anklets. Sebastian Thrun doing some very impressive high kicks as he was getting introduced. As I say, he came and told us beforehand his nickname is Explosive. So let's see if he can live up to that here at Contenders 26. He's standing and eyeballing Costi Macamu, who's not taking his eyes off him at all since he got into that cage, intent on doing some damage, is Sebastian Thrun. Here we go. I think we're about to get underway. And here we go, Dean. Round 1 underway. Do not blink, guys.
Macamu's got some great kicks, beautiful teeps, beautiful body kicks. He's super fast with those legs.
Hey, tick to the face, Dean. Love that. Nice knee as well from Macamu. Thrun looks to land some heavy shots, but he's getting pulled into those knees very nicely, Dean.
Thrun not interested in those knees. He's wearing them beautifully on that midsection. But he's got to separate after that clinch there. He's got one knee and then he has to separate under this rule set.
Thrun is not getting paid for overtime here. Clearly, he's just coming forward, as you say, impervious to Macamu's weapons so far. Intent on doing some seismic damage. Nice leg kick from Thrun. And he's just charging forward, Dean.
Macamu did a good job of landing that 1-2 just before he closed that distance. Macamu's got to circle out here. Again, you could argue that Thrun is the bigger, stronger guy up against the cage, and he's using that to his advantage. He's pinning him off, using the body to work the body shots here, taking the movement and the footwork, and indeed the range away from Macamu.
Absolutely. We're going to get a little warning here from referee Lee Fallon. Making sure they separate, I think, from the clinches. It's been fought in a phone booth so far. Look at Thrun, he just can't wait to get back into the action. And here we go, back underway, Dean. And Thrun again looking to come forward, landing some heavy leather with those leg kicks, landing some big leg kicks, Dean.
Big knee there, beautiful work from Macamu, and again he lands it. Beautiful work, and he's circling out now. He's got to keep those hands out up to his chin when he circles away here from the power. He's got to get his back off the cage here.
There is some heavy bombs being thrown in front of us, ladies and gentlemen. Mark Heath, Dean Midhayer, Contenders 26. And just as we expected, these big boys are slinging heavy leather. Thrun just coming forward relentlessly, Dean. But is he just playing into Macamu's hands? He's walking onto stuff, particularly the knees. Maybe he needs a little bit more educated attack. He looks to go up top with the kick.
It's kind of his style. He kind of tries to cut all the avenues off from his opponents, keep the pressure on hard, and land that big shot. That's what he's looking for. And all the throw like a Tasmanian devil, and all of a sudden a fist comes out and cracks you on the chin. That's the way he fights. Very exciting here, but I mean, a credit to Macamu. He's doing the correct thing here. Close, hitting him as he comes in, trying to do some damage to the midsection. He's trying to use the teeps. He's got to get his back off the cage though.
And maybe Thrun, who was undoubtedly the aggressor there, maybe just needs to, as opposed to kind of follow him a little bit, isn't he, Dean? Maybe needs to just cut off the cage a bit more. He's a bit more kind of educated aggression. Macamu, his hands over his head. I think he may be sucking up some air after that relentless first round attack from Sebastian Thrun, Dean. How would you score that first round? Hard to do, isn't it?
Yeah, it's difficult. I mean, you'd almost certainly give Thrun on the aggression there, and he landed some good shots here. Look at the replay. As he comes forward, lands a nice kick. That one was caught, but didn't obtain the sweep. You can see there's the teeps from Macamu. They score very highly in a Muay Thai round, but again, this is the K1. So, I mean, there's 3 different judges with potentially 3 different backgrounds. So you never know how they're going to score this, but I mean, almost certainly Thrun, if the way to win was aggression and forward motion, he'd be winning right now.
That is an outstanding point, actually, Dean. As you say, this is K1, and punches, kicks and knees all score the same in K1. Of course, if it's Muay Thai, then the kicks and the knees score a lot more highly. So if Macamu's coming from a Muay Thai background, and maybe isn't familiar with the K1 scoring, but here we go, as we're about to get back underway, round 2. Costi Macamu from the Knowlesy Academy in those resplendent bright green shorts, and Sebastian Thrun, Mr. Explosive himself, from Tsunami Cambridge in the in the white shorts with the blue trim. And let's see if they can keep this incredible pace up in this second round, excuse me, here at Contenders 26.
And watch for Macamu trying to catch Thrun as he comes in. Watch for the 1-2 straight down the pipe. Then he's got to circle off though. He's using those legs to gauge the distance, but he's looking to land those hands. There we go. There's the 1-2. Now he's got to circle off. Get his back off the cage. This is what Thrun wants. He wants that cage to block off Macamu's footworks.
Jumping switch attempt there from Macamu, just bullying forward again. He is just relentless aggression. He literally just pushing Macamu to the floor. Is he going to get the count? No, that was definitely a push. I don't think anything landed there, Dean. But Thrun is just firing himself forward and just throwing everything he's got at Macamu.
Look at that leg kick. That's what Thrun wants. That's beautiful switch up in technique. He's listening to his coaches. They're asking him to chop down the tree, to take away that footwork so he can further close him down, swarm him, and look for that KO finish.
Yeah, he's throwing some heavy leg leather at Macamu, trying to tenderise that lead leg. And Macamu would be well served to check that going forward. Is he just going to be physically overpowered here, Macamu? Slumping against the cage in front of his hands are well down. He's taking huge gulps of air, Dean. And I think the pace of Thrun is starting to take a toll on Costi Macamu, Dean.
Yeah, I mean, Macamu has been grappling a lot in the clinch, and that's, I mean, look at the body difference there. He's being pushed back the whole time, he's being hit, his legs getting chopped away, he's having to really fight out of these situations, especially with his back up against the cage. Look, he's grappling there, I think that's what's taking this endurance out of him, coupled with the beautiful body shots from Thrun.
Yeah, Thrun is just, as I say, he's just walking forward, accepting he might take some damage, but saying, whatever you can do to me, I'm going to return twice-fold. And that's exactly what he's doing. A relentless attack here from Sebastian Thrun from Tsunami Cambridge. And he seems like he can keep this pace up. Macamu, look at him. Hands on his legs, gulping for air. I think he's exhausted, Dean.
Yeah, and that's not a great thing to be in a fight like this. He needs to use his footwork. He needs endurance to move on the outside. We spoke about it before earlier on in the night. For him to be successful against a guy like Thrun, he needs to move on the outside, use the teeth, take his back off the cage. But look at him. He's in the corner with his hands on his knees, Mark.
He is absolutely exhausted, ladies and gentlemen. He's slumped. He's got his hand over his head now, but just a second ago he was slumped forward, trying to get in that air, and that's a horrible, lonely place to be, Dean, when fatigue sets in a fight and you've got an opponent who just won't stop coming forward. As we see on the replay, Thrun just balls him to the floor more than anything there. Nothing of substance landed. But you'll probably get to see here Thrun just relentless to spin it, the jumping switch attack to the right hand. Macamu looking to land, but Thrun has been absolutely like a bull so far, just coming forward, impervious to pain and damage. And Macamu's got to find something fairly substantial, you'd have to say, Dean, in this third round to kind of turn the tide, at least get Thrun's respect coming forward.
Yeah, I'd like to see him throw that knee, and then when it does clinch up, he needs to circle off and pull down on the head and turn the arm like a classic Muay Thai technique.
And look how tired he is, his hands are down, he's gulping in air. But like the warrior he is, he's pretending, he's preparing to stand and fight. There's one round left, and this is the fight game. Who knows what can happen? Here we go. Oh! Team kick straight to the face from Costi Macamu, and that's how you can turn a fight, but Thrun eats it and just keeps coming forward, Dean.
That was beautiful work, and that's what we saw in the first round, these knees, the teeps at long range. And this is exactly what Macamu needs to do. He needs to take his back off the cage and maintain that range. How does he do that? Footwork, the lateral movement to left and right and circling away from his opponent. That leg is getting eaten up, Mark. You see, he tries to put it down on the ground and it just almost certainly buckles.
Hey. The kick to the leg, the sweep there from Thrun. Macamu struggles back to his feet, but as you say, his legs are minced beef in there now from Thrun's leg attack. And look at Thrun, just storming forward. Oh, and again. I think he may have injured him, yeah. He definitely grimaced, Macamu, as he went to the floor then, indicating one of his legs was hurt, I think, Dean.
Yeah, he definitely hit the brunt of that kick to that lead leg, his left leg. It's very, very red. I'd like to see Thrun go for that low leg kick. Punch. There we go.
I think we could get a stoppage here from leg kicks, Dean. As you say, that line, and Macamu is turning away now. We're going to get the standing count from Lee Fallon, and Macamu is just exhausted. The fuel tank is running on empty. Thrun's relentless attack is wearing him down, and he's on the point of no return, I think, Dean. Can he continue here? The referee giving him every opportunity. If I was Thrun, I'd go back to that kick, and that's exactly what he does. And again, and just as we said, Dean, that leg kick has paid dividends, bringing Macamu to the floor. Can he get back up? Does he want to get back up? I'm not sure he does, Dean. The count is approaching 10. Is he going to be able to fight on? I think that's it. This fight is over, Dean. The relentless attack, the leg leather of Sebastian Thrun, Dean. Just too much for Costi Macamu in the end.
Relentless pressure and tactical awareness of when your opponent is injured. Look at the replay here. Beautiful teeth from Macamu. He had some skills when he had the distance, but it was Thrun that closed the distance and smelt blood when it came to the leg and hammered away at that thing until literally Macamu dropped to the ground in pain.
Just as we said, Dean, that leg gave way. Thrun saw it, and he was absolutely ruthless in terms of slamming that kick back in. Here, I think, is where we thought he'd injured himself. You see, he shows signs of distress as he goes down, clutching that tenderized leg. And he got back up, but he wasn't going to be up for much longer because Thrun just slammed that shin into the thigh. And there you go. I love leg kicks, Dean. One of my favourite things to throw. And that they are brutally effective. And there you saw from Sebastian Thrun just what sort of damage they can do.
Fighters to the centre of the cage, please.
As we're about to get...
Ladies and gents, let's hear it for both these guys here in the cage. What a great fight that was. Well, ladies and gentlemen, your winner in the blue corner, let's hear it for Sebastian Explosive Thrun.